Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are safe and well in this last day of March during a very trying week in a very trying month in what is going to be a very trying year. Of course, I'm referring to this pandemic that the whole globe is going through at the moment. We're all in this together. I hope you guys are staying safe and that you're finding some way of passing the time calmly and in good spirits. So, welcome to the Take 5 Art Challenge for the month of April. This month, the prompts were brought to us by the lovely Lucy, and I'm really happy with the prompts this month. They gave me a chance to sit down and journal my thoughts, and it was very timely. So thank you, Lucy, as always, much appreciated. The first prompt is photograph, and I'm just showing you a photograph of my favorite place to go. This is a deck along the beach, along the ocean where I walk, and on this day, it was quite quiet, and I was quite, quite contemplative. And I looked out across the ocean, and there was a rainbow. So if you look really closely in that photo, there was a rainbow at the end there, and I just found that to be such a breath of fresh air and a breath of hope. And it really picked up my day. So I was really, really happy that I'd gone on my walk that morning. The second prompt is coral. Now I have abandoned coral in distress ink, but what I want to do is use both the candied apple and the fossilized amber to make coral, because you can make coral from different colors. I also have orange there and picket fence, which I do use. The third one is journaling, and I've got my black gel pen there from Kiki K, which very sadly is now closing in Australia. The fourth one is yellow, and I'm going to use fossilized amber. And the fifth one is foliage, and I have some Sizzix dyes here, and plus I've got some lawn fawn leaves as well, which I will use the colors. My green colors in Distress Oxide to color in for the prompt of foliage. Now I'm using my watercolor paper here. This is 300 GSM, and I'm hoping to put this little guy, not sure, I think I'm going to start a new art journal. I've recently purchased a Happy Planner Punch, which I'm really excited about using. So this might go into a new art journal. We'll see how we go. So let's get started. I want to start off first. I'm taking the prompts out of order, and I'm going to create the color coral by adding both fossilized amber and candied apple. I'm using more yellow than I am red, and I'm just going to play here. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out, so what I want to do is just play with orange and white and just try to mix my colors just a little bit and see how we go. Love that first print, and I'm making sure that I'm drying it first. And then I'm going to try with the orange and the white, and then it just all turns to kind of like an orangey color, which I was a bit unhappy with. So I've put down the abandoned coral on top of that, and everything just looks really orange at this stage. So I'm going to go back and add more yellow to give more of a coral color. Now what I am going to do is put some coral on just a separate piece of paper, just to show you what abandoned coral looks like. And I pretty much achieve that color by adding just a little bit of picket fence on top of that original swatch. And I'm really happy with what I come up with. I really, really like coral as a color. I'm going to start using it more often now, and I really love the combination of coral and yellow. So thank you, Lucy. Every time somebody puts up prompts, I find a new favorite. So really, really cool. So I am cutting down my photograph here, and I'm also going to be reaching out for something to put in the background so that it can sort of have a layered look, and it's always nice to have something backing up your photos or your journaling or whatever. So I'm reaching for some of this calico. I'm going to cut a piece off, and then I'm going to fray the edges. I love that look of the fray coming off the edges, it kind of looks a little bit like it's worn and has weathered through the times, but still here with us. So really love that feeling and that texture and the look that it gives. And I'm just doing that by pulling off each thread as you go. And this is time consuming, but the result does look good. And with the extra threads, I kind of just keep them and then roll them in my fingers in a ball, and then I use them for, some other project. Prompt is journaling. I've just got a thin strip of paper here, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna make it into a little bit of an envelope, so fold, 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 and I'm going to point the edges at the top there to make it look like an envelope. I'm just preparing the spot where I want my journaling to be. I don't want to journal on top of my background. I'm now also reaching for the die cuts, and I'm going to die cut these foliage out of the watercolor paper, and I've just dabbed some twisted citron and some lucky clover on my mat there, my Ken Oliver mat, and I am kind of just mixing up the two colors of green so that no two bits of foliage ever will look the same. So leaves don't all look the same color green. And so I thought that this would just create a more natural, kind of organic foliage color. And it's actually quite fun. I quite enjoyed doing this. I've never done this before. I don't know why. I always end up just watercoloring them. And this was so much quicker, and I really loved the result. And for the parts where there wasn't enough color, I just went over and swatched over with the ink pad, and yeah, really, really love how this turned out. I'm going to do this from now on whenever I'm making foliage spreads, and making sure that I am drying the leaves really well here. And then I'm going to get ready to assemble them on my page. So for the prompt of yellow, what I decided to do was add, I know that I've got some yellow there in the background, but I wanted to make the journaling spot yellow as well. I am going to end up stamping some foliage on there, but I thought I would add some more color yellow, just a very light color. And for the closure, what I'm doing is I did cut out some of the lawn fawn leaves, and what I'm doing is I am adding a leaf as the tuck spot at the bottom, and then adding a leaf as the tuck in, so that one leaf kind of inserts in underneath the other leaf, so that the journaling spot can remain closed, so that whatever I'm writing can stay hidden until I'm ready to open it. And now I am ready to assemble my page. So I make sure that I've got the bit of calico and the photo and the journaling spot and all the foliage, and I try things around until I'm happy with the formation that I end up going with. And once I'm happy with that, I use my art glitter glue to start gluing everything down. Really love art glitter glue. It's a really fast grab glue. Like once you're ready to put it down where it goes, you add that art glitter glue and it stays. So no room for wiggle, but sometimes I really like that because I just want to get on with my crafting. So here's my page all done, and I'm just going to cut off all the excess bits of foliage at the bottom, and then I'm going to grab some of the green and go around the edges and ink the edges. Also a little bit of yellow as well because that's one of the prompts, so I thought I'd use that. I'm grabbing some leaf stamps here and just adding some more foliage on the journaling spot and in some of the white areas. And then I'm just going to start journaling how I'm feeling. I'm going to start journaling about how I was feeling the day I was walking, how I'm feeling about the whole coronavirus pandemic, how it is affecting my anxiety levels just a little bit, how I'm worried about everybody at work. I work at an aged care facility, and everybody there is vulnerable, but there are some that are very vulnerable. And so if I get sick, or if I'm even a carrier and I bring it to the people at work, I don't know how I would feel about that. So just trying to maintain my anxiety during these times. But there's always hope, and that rainbow on that morning was such a like a good sign for me. and it really lifted my spirits. And so I hope to be of good cheer and bring some positivity when other people start feeling their anxieties rise. And so with that feeling of hope, what I wanted to do was grab some mini or micro, I think these are tiny little alphas, and I wanted to pull out the letters that spell the word hope and just put that on my little journaling spot there. And then for my sentiment for my page, or for the sentiment that goes with my photograph, I'm grabbing some book pages here, and what I want to do is find words that spell out the sentiment, "These are the days." So what I'm going to do is just go through and find words so that I can add them just at the bottom of my photo there to indicate the times that we're in. So now I'm just going back in now with my Foliage stamp and my cool graphite ink from Ranger. I'm just going to add a little bit more foliage to some areas that seem a little bit white. And with that, I'm going to leave this art journal page quite light. I feel like it's not too layered. I added just a little bit of washi on the top there, doubling it up with some gray washi. Yeah, I really like how light this is. I want it to reflect like a clear state of mind, and like an uncluttered, straightforward way of processing all the emotions and information that is overloading us at the moment. So I hope that you guys are staying safe and well wherever you are in the world. Just know that we're all going through this together, and that there is gonna be life after this. So let's just hold on tight, and let's keep positive, and continue to craft, continue to do the things that you do as much as you can. And remember, I'm here if you need to contact me on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm here. We're all here. Contact us on Instagram. Also, don't forget to check out what the other girls have done this month. And if you do decide to play along this month, don't forget to use the hashtag Take5Art. And we'll find you on Instagram and send you all our love. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.